And 1 week from today, motorcyclists are coming to town for Atlantic Beach Bike Fest. So all of this means more traffic and law enforcement on our roads.
ABC 15's Amanda Kenseth is live this morning in Murrells Inlet with Trooper Bob with our sister station WCIV in Charleston.
That's right. Yeah, take a look. It's pretty empty right now, but later on today and for the entire weekend, this place is going to be packed with people on motorcycles and just pedestrians walking around. I'm going to hop in the car now with Trooper Bob, who has the coolest. Hey, you locked me out. Let me back in. The coolest car, 8 cameras. You can show everything around. And, you know, just talking about coming down here, what do people need to know if they're headed this way?
Well, let me show you the roadway here first. You're gonna see a lot more people on the roadway as the morning progresses into the afternoon, into the evening. Right here, we're in Murrells Inlet. This place is gonna be packed with people. As you can see, the vendors are all over the place, all through this area. You're gonna see a lot of foot traffic. We saw a parking lot area with things that were barricaded off for motorcycles. As you can see coming up on the right-hand side, they have areas for all these hundreds and thousands of bikes to park. You'll have troopers out here in the front of us at this crosswalk assisting people back and forth across the roadway. So a lot going on here, and this is why we need to be careful. So we need to have our eyes on the roadway more today than we ever have.
Yeah, and I have to imagine that this intersection that we're coming up to, you know, anytime that people don't know what this is, it's kind of confusing for people to have to come across the street and everything.
Absolutely. So a lot of people aren't from this area. They're just coming up for the day. So that's why law enforcement is out here. So if you see law enforcement at an intersection, disregard the light. Look for the law enforcement. They take precedence over the intersection if they are standing in it.
That's important for anybody to know. Okay, so I wanted to do this since I got in this car. There's so many buttons and everything.
Right.
Okay, so I can go
you
with that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to show off the different cameras.
Yeah, there you go. So now you're
behind us.
Yeah, so now you're showing us behind us.
Murrells Inlet behind, going into Horry County right
now
here.
showing the right side of the camera.
Okay.
And there's the left side of the camera.
Ah, look at that. Okay, and here we'll give everybody a sunrise shot right there. And then, what else do we have? Selfies.
Yeah, you got the selfie.
Selfies.
You got the selfie camera.
Yeah. And so, you know, Crystal and Connor, I think y'all should hop in there's room for a couple more, right?
Come on, we got plenty of room in here. We'll ride around. We'll go eat breakfast.
Right, I think we're looking for the drive-thru next, right? I think there's a couple restaurants over
We got plenty of time.
Guys.
Wow, she is cruel because she knows we have to be right here on this desk
right?
for another hour and a half while they go have breakfast.
Really fun, though, having Trooper Bob on the show
this
morning.
It is. It's been an honor.
Yeah, an honor.
For sure.
Thank you, Zach. So the Spring Harley Rally continues today and all weekend on the South Strand, and traffic is expected to pick up even more on local roads.
Yes, especially heading into today. ABC 15's Amanda Kenseth is live right now in Murrells Inlet with Trooper Bob with our sister station WCIV in Charleston.
That's right, cruising around with Trooper Bob, who has the coolest car, by the way. And, you know, we're out here in the morning. Not a whole lot of traffic yet, but it's going to be pretty busy.
No, matter of fact, let me show you. Here's a live look at 17 right here. It's very, I mean, nobody's on here now, but you're going to see a lot more people come here throughout the course of the day into tomorrow and Sunday also. Expect a lot of congestion around, just like we talked about Murrells Inlet, your Barefoot Landing. You're going to have a lot of people there looking at the outlet malls there. Harley shops, not just the vendors there, but people can also get work done on their bike. They can buy a motorcycle. They'll get that fever this weekend. They'll go out and buy a bike. So expect congestion there. Also, unfortunately, you know, the bars. There are going to be a lot of people at the bars and stuff. So we certainly want to encourage people to have a good time, but be responsible. Don't drink and drive.
Absolutely. And so probably congestion too coming into town. I mean, people will come here for the weekend. That's why it's going to, you know, pop up with a lot of people. When
I was coming up yesterday from Charleston, I saw a lot of motorcycles headed down there, and people want to come to Myrtle Beach, and people from Charleston want to come to Myrtle Beach and vice versa. So people will verge on right here on Myrtle Beach, but also look at some outlying areas also. Right.
And you mentioned, you know, drinking and driving. That's, you know, unfortunately always a big issue. But with the Uber and the Lyft and the taxis, you know, just be safe out there.
Plenty of opportunities to get your ride home and not drive. But also dial Star HP. Star 47 is a free call on your cell phone. It goes to the local dispatch office. Report a drunk driver. You know, let's get law enforcement involved. Get that driver off the roadway before they endanger someone else's life.
There you go. Do your part, guys.
Well, it is an honor having Trooper Bob down, and he drove from Charleston yesterday, saw bike traffic both north and southbound. Of course, a lot are headed to Murrells Inlet, some are headed even further south. It's May, so it's going to be busy every weekend now.
It is. I've learned that.
Have you? Welcome to unofficial summer.
Yeah.
The last weekend for the Spring Harley Rally, and 1 week from today, motorcyclists are coming to town for Atlantic Beach Bike Fest, so that means much more traffic and law enforcement out on the roads.
Absolutely. ABC 15's Amanda Kenseth is live this morning in Murrells Inlet with Trooper Bob from our sister station WCIV in Charleston.
Can't even see these people.
That's right. Yeah, we are out here in Murrells Inlet getting ready for all the crowd, and Trooper Bob and I hanging out, driving around. You know, what do people need to know? Should I just borrow my friend's bike and come out here? I've never ridden before.
No, actually, let me show you the roadway here. Please don't come out here if you have a moped license and you want to borrow your buddy's motorcycle, Harley, that you've never ridden before, and you want to come out here and ride. That's not the way to do it. You have to have a motorcycle license to operate a motorcycle. Also, don't ride something up here that you've never driven before, right? You want to also know that 21 and under, you have to have a motorcycle helmet. You can't just ride around without a helmet because it looks cool. There's certain laws, you know, that you have to adhere to, and that's one of them.
Right, and not the time to have, you know, wind in your hair because there's so many people. I mean, it's really chaotic on the roads a little bit. You
have to be careful. We just saw somebody on a bicycle that we didn't see until they were right up on us because they didn't have any lights. So make sure your motorcycle has the proper lighting on it. Make sure everything's working, signals are working. Make sure your tire pressure is correct. We want everyone to be safe, but we want everyone to have a good time also.
And you know, you don't need a motorcycle to come down and enjoy the festivities. A lot of people can, you know, bring a car or their moped, but then just go stay in a place and watch the action go by.
Bring your moped, even though it's Harley week. They don't discriminate. We want you up here on a moped. Just be careful. Wear the proper protective clothing. Even though if the state law is 21 under, you have to wear a helmet. If you're 25, 20, 30, wear a helmet if you want to. Dress for the crash, not the ride.
Yeah, absolutely. Some good advice, guys.
See, I don't own a motorcycle or a motorcycle license, so I just learned a lot about that.
No, dress for the crash, not the ride. I've never heard that phrase before.
I haven't either.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be checking in with Amanda and Trooper Bob in our next hour as well, so keep it here.
So the Spring Harley Rally continues today and all weekend on the South Strand, and traffic is expected to pick up even more on local roads.
ABC 15's Amanda Kenseth is live this morning with Trooper Bob out on the roads. Good morning.
Good morning. That's right. Yeah, we're sitting in Murrells Inlet right now, and it's pretty quiet, but it looks totally different than any other time you're here. I mean, I drove down here. I'm like, whoa, there's tents everywhere. And of course, the partitions in the road, that's what people need to be aware of if they come down this way.
Absolutely. You're going to see a lot of foot traffic here today, especially today and tomorrow, where people come from not just from the surrounding area, but up from Charleston, down from Little River, and the surrounding states too.
Right, yeah, because there's a little day trippers, you know, they can all come in this weekend.
The weather's nice. I actually came up from Charleston yesterday, saw a lot of motorcycles headed south, also coming north too.
Right, and so people do need to watch out for, obviously, motorcycles will be out on the road, people will be walking, and just a lot of awareness needs to go on if you're...
Absolutely. Just like Murrells Inlet right here, you're going to see a lot of foot traffic here. You're going to see police troopers out here directing traffic, allowing pedestrians to cross the road back and forth as they go to the restaurants and go see the vendors. So we need to be careful for everybody out here, especially motorists. Need to be careful for the motorcycles. Look twice before you switch lanes. Look twice before you pull out. A lot of motorcycles out this weekend.
Absolutely. And now I have to talk about your car. Oh my gosh, this is my first time in here with you, Trooper Bob. You've got like 8 cameras.
Yeah, so it's got 8 high definition cameras, and this is what we do traffic with every morning. So it's a really good deal. And I'm first of all, I'm more excited to be here up in Myrtle Beach with you guys than I am in the car.
Yeah, well, you know, it's the little things, but this is a cool car. We're going to be driving around and keeping everybody updated and what to look out for. Guys?
Oh, I love it. Trooper Bob, he is big on social media, and so, you know, he gives out those tips people really need and want, and then with a little bit of humor.
Absolutely. Can't beat that. A really cool car, too. The setup they got there.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.